Have you ever wondered if that small handful of nuts you snack on every day is actually healing you or slowly hurting you? It's a question no one dares to ask, especially almonds, the darling of dietitians, the perennial favorite in every health blog, and a staple in the pantries of families who care about wellness. Yet few realize that almonds are one of the most heavily sprayed crops in the world, often carrying residues of pesticides and fungicides that can disrupt gut health and hormone balance, especially in children. Even raw almonds, touted as the purest form, are rarely truly raw. Most are pasteurized with steam or chemicals, stripping away some of their natural enzymes. Beyond that, almonds are high in oxalates, compounds that, for some sensitive individuals, can contribute to kidney stones and joint pain. While a handful here and there is harmless for most, the tidal wave of almond-based products, milks, flours, butters, means we're often overdosing without even knowing it. The truth is, moderation and variety are your best friends. No one nut should dominate your daily diet. Next, let's talk about the cashew. Creamy, buttery, and the basis for countless vegan recipes, cashews seem innocuous, even virtuous. But beneath that smooth exterior lies a tricky truth. Raw cashews are never truly raw. They must be steamed or roasted to remove urushiol, the same compound that makes poison ivy so irritating. Trace amounts sometimes remain, posing potential problems for anyone with sensitivities. Cashews are also relatively high in phytic acid, which can bind to minerals like iron and zinc, making them harder for your body to absorb. For children and the elderly who are more vulnerable to deficiencies, a diet overloaded with cashews could silently sap their vitality, even as they seem to be eating healthfully. Walnuts are often praised for their omega-3 content, but here's what is rarely discussed. Those omega-3s are fragile. Walnuts go rancid more quickly than most nuts, especially when shelled and exposed to light or heat. Rancid oils aren't just unappetizing, they're actively harmful, triggering inflammation and oxidative stress throughout the body. Moreover, walnuts are high in polyphenols that, while beneficial in moderation, can irritate the digestive tract when consumed in excess. If your walnuts taste even slightly bitter or musty, they're already past their prime. Store them in the fridge, use them sparingly, and don't be fooled by fresh packages that linger for months on store shelves. And finally, we come to the hazelnut, often hidden in chocolate spreads and dessert toppings. Hazelnuts are naturally nutritious, but the problem arises with how they're processed and consumed. Most commercial hazelnuts are blanched, roasted, and paired with sugar or palm oils, transforming a healthful nut into a dietary hazard. Even on their own, hazelnuts are high in FODMAPs, a group of carbohydrates that can ferment in the gut, causing bloating and discomfort for those with sensitive digestion or irritable bowel syndrome. While a few whole, raw hazelnuts can be a part of a balanced diet, the sugar-laden, processed versions should be treated as an occasional treat, not a daily staple. So what's the takeaway for anyone who wants to nourish their family, protect their health, and snack with confidence? It's all about being conscious, curious, and a little skeptical of health trends that encourage mindless consumption. Not all nuts are created equal, and even the best can become harmful if over-relied upon, poorly sourced, or improperly stored. Instead, embrace the wisdom of balance. Rotate your nut choices. Opt for organic and minimally processed whenever possible. Listen to your body and pay attention to how you and your loved ones feel after eating different foods. Energy, digestion, mood, even sleep can all be affected by what you snack on. Remember, the Brazil nut offers selenium, but just one a day is enough. More isn't better. Macadamias provide heart-boosting fats without the inflammatory downsides of some other options. Pistachios support blood sugar and gut health, making them a smart choice for almost everyone. And chestnuts, with their unique blend of vitamin C and starch, are a forgotten treasure ready to be rediscovered. Let the lessons of the less helpful nuts remind us that even foods with a health halo have their caveats. Peanuts, best treated as an occasional indulgence, not an everyday staple. Almonds, fine in moderation, but best sourced organic and rotated with other options. Cashews, delicious, but not without their digestive quirks. Walnuts and hazelnuts, valuable but fragile, needing careful storage and modest consumption. So the next time you reach for a handful of nuts or prepare a snack for your kids, remember, you hold the power of knowledge in your hands. By choosing wisely, you're not just filling a hunger gap, you're laying a foundation for lifelong wellness, resilience, and joy. True health doesn't come from superfoods or miracle cures, but from a deep understanding of what your body needs, what your family thrives on, and the humility to adjust course as new evidence emerges. Let's honor the wisdom of the past and the discoveries of the present. Let's question, seek, and savor not just what tastes good, but what truly nourishes. In the end, it's not about demonizing or glorifying any one food. It's about respect for your body, your family, and the remarkable complex world of nutrition that science and tradition are still unraveling together. So snack smarter, live better, and remember, sometimes the smallest changes make the greatest difference. Among the many foods that line grocery store shelves, nuts are often placed on a pedestal, praised for their healthy fats, rich protein, and satisfying crunch. They show up everywhere, sprinkled atop salads, blended into creamy sauces, whirred into butters, and pressed into non-dairy milks. For busy parents, health-conscious adults, and even children, nuts seem to be a nutritional no-brainer, a staple of modern wellness. But beneath their wholesome reputation, some nuts hide secrets that deserve our attention. Let's begin with the cashew. Its smooth texture and naturally sweet flavor have made it a favorite among vegan chefs and home cooks alike. It's the backbone of many dairy-free cheeses, creamy sauces, and plant-based desserts. But cashews, by their very nature, come with a warning label that often goes ignored. In their true, raw state, cashews contain urushiol, a potent compound also found in poison ivy and poison oak. This substance is notorious for causing allergic skin reactions, and while most cashews on the market are steamed to neutralize urushiol, traces can remain. Sensitive individuals may experience skin irritation, digestive upset, or even respiratory distress after eating improperly processed cashews or handling them with bare hands. Beyond these immediate reactions, cashews are also high in oxalates, natural compounds that in excess can contribute to the formation of kidney stones. For those prone to kidney issues or anyone with a history of stones in the family, regular consumption of cashew-heavy foods could pose a hidden risk. Oxalates also have the potential to bind with essential minerals like calcium and magnesium, making them less available for your body to use. So while cashews can be a delightful treat in moderation, the growing popularity of cashew-based products, think creamy vegan cheeses or rich dairy-free ice creams, means that many are eating far more than they realize. Over time, this can quietly chip away at your mineral reserves and put stress on your kidneys. Next, let's consider the almond. It's hard to find a food more celebrated in the wellness world. Almonds are the go-to snack for gym goers, the base of countless energy bars, and the source of that ever-popular almond milk. But the story of almonds is more complicated than their golden reputation suggests. Almonds are rich in phytic acid, a naturally occurring compound that acts as an anti-nutrient. Phytic acid binds to minerals like calcium, iron, and zinc in the digestive tract, making them harder for your body to absorb. For most healthy adults, this isn't a deal-breaker, especially if your diet is rich and varied. But for older adults, women over 50, or anyone struggling to get enough minerals, this can make a meaningful difference in bone health, immune function, and energy levels. There's also the environmental cost to consider. Almond production is among the thirstiest agricultural practices on Earth. Research suggests it takes over a gallon of water to grow a single almond. In regions already facing water shortages, like California's Central Valley, the source of most U.S. almonds, this has real consequences for local ecosystems and communities. So, while almonds can be a nourishing choice, their impact reaches far beyond our plates, raising questions about what it truly means to eat responsibly. And then there are pine nuts, those tiny buttery seeds that lend their signature richness to pesto and salads. Pine nuts are especially prized for their healthy fats and subtle flavor, but they come with a quirk that can catch even the most seasoned foodies off guard. Some pine nuts, particularly those sourced from specific regions in Asia, can trigger a condition known as pine mouth or dysgeusia. After eating these nuts, some people notice a persistent metallic or bitter taste in their mouths that can last for days or even weeks. While not dangerous, this strange after effect can be deeply unpleasant, dulling the enjoyment of food, dampening appetite, and leaving eaters puzzled about the cause. For parents or caregivers trying to keep meals positive and nourishing, this can create more stress than benefit. So where does this leave us? Not all nuts are created equal, and their effects on your body, your energy, and even your mental sharpness can vary widely. It's easy to be swept away by wellness trends or clever marketing, but true nourishment means looking deeper, beyond calorie counts and health halos, to the biology that underpins every bite. For the aging parent hoping to maintain strength and independence, mineral balance matters. For the busy mom juggling work, family, and self-care, hormone health and stress resilience are key. For growing children, every meal is a chance to build the foundation for a lifetime of well-being. The nuts you choose can support or hinder these goals in ways that aren't always obvious. The wisdom here is simple. Listen to your body, not just the latest trend. Notice how you feel after eating certain foods. Do you feel energized, clear-headed, and comfortable? Or do you notice fogginess, fatigue, or digestive upset? Sometimes a small change, like swapping cashews for walnuts, or rotating your nut choices to include a wider variety, can make a world of difference over time. Think of your kitchen as a pharmacy, and the foods you select as both medicine and potential misstep. Nature has designed nuts to be powerful packages of energy and nutrients, but also to protect themselves with compounds that can be taxing in high doses. The healthiest diet doesn't chase superfoods or fads, but balances variety, moderation, and mindfulness. So the next time you reach for a handful of mixed nuts, pause for a moment of curiosity. Are you eating from habit or intention? For comfort or for clarity? For routine or for renewal? Because in the end, knowledge isn't just power, it's protection. The choices you make today ripple forward, shaping your health, your energy, and your joy tomorrow. And perhaps, just perhaps, the secret to aging gracefully thinking sharply, and living joyfully isn't found in a pill or a prescription, but in something as simple as the palm of your hand, a single, thoughtful handful of nuts chosen with care and wisdom.